fuck out. I'll be home soon. Y'all niggas.
Ring, what it do? You all ready?
Peedi,
What's up?
look,
Peedi?
right? So I wore my DC shirt, right?
Okay.
Because they said that Meek pretty much kind of adapted your sound, or maybe somewhere along those lines.
That's why you wore your DC
That's
shirt?
why I
thought that
wore-
was for Dior Cartel.
You know what? It could go for both.
That made sense to me. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
All right, but continue.
But yeah, I figured that. And you know what? I like when I was watching Vlad interview, and you said that you won't say that he took the sound or adopted the sound. You'll say he was heavily influenced.
Right. Yeah. Just like a lot of people who've been influenced. Just like how I was influenced when I was a kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I was a kid, before I grew into my style, I would listen to people like Slick Rick, Big Daddy Kane, and all that. And all of them became a part of me. But before I had my style, I would rhyme like them to gravitate to my style. And not just Meek, but a lot of people from Philly, I could hear a little bit of crack in them. And that's all good.
Yeah.
It's like a pat on the back to me, you know what I'm saying? Because the same people, just like how they grown into their own style and shit, and who Meek is right now, now he influencing young boys. I hear a lot of youngins rapping like Meek. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
true.
it's all good.
And I like that. I'll say that Meek kept the Philly sound, but he also adopted the down south sound. I guess that's like the wave and shit. But you know what I really wanted to ask you? For you to speak Spanish, right? I don't think you've ever really thought about. No, you know what? I can't say you ain't think about it, but I was hoping for a Spanish album, something, a Spanish single. You know how Nori got a little money, that whatever that song was. Mi Canto. I'm like, damn, why Peedi ain't never?
You know what? It's funny that you brought that up. I swear to God, me and my partner was just talking about that earlier today. It's always been a part of a conversation with us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like as far as like doing a whole full Spanish album. But I had to get to a point where it's something that I wanted to do.
Okay.
For years, I didn't ever grow up on Spanish music or Spanish hip-hop. I grew up on American underground hip-hop. So that's what I am at heart. And a lot of people, when they was doing it, no disrespect to whoever was doing it, but a lot of people who did it because it was a lucrative thing, like a business move.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And if I was to do it at the time when people wanted me to do it, it would have been just because it would have been a good move. You know what I'm saying? Not something that I wanted to do. I like hardcore hip hop. I grew up on Gangstar and all the Wu-Tang shit and Big and all that shit. I grew up on East Coast hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So for me to just like fake it and act like I'm about to jump on this reggaeton beat, I can't give you a whole album of some shit that I'm not really feeling at the time. But now I see myself venturing into that. It's interesting as a challenge. Regular hip hop not really a challenge to me, to be honest with you.
Right.
With a lot of shit that's going on right now, you know what I'm saying? It's not the music I grew up on. I'm not really that impressed, you know what I'm saying? It's fun music. I do like a lot of the joints, but it's not what I grew up on. So I think that would be a dope challenge and a test.
That'd be a crossover too. I feel like if you was to jump into like some Spanish or stuff like that, that would be like definitely a crossover record.
Yeah, they would love it, man. I wouldn't mind doing it. I see me doing that. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do see that in the future.
Man, I will say this. I congratulate you for not being like a bitter rapper. You know how the people that was, had their buzz and everything going on or reached like superstar status. When things change and times change and music change, they become bitter. You know, the old heads versus the young bucks. Like, I salute you for not being a bitter dude.
I mean, this is the thing with that when it comes to that. Everybody get their time to shine. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I still receive the same love, and I'm still held like in a high light with a lot of the fans around the world. And how can I be bitter? It's a blessing. And then the path that I came through was something that I never even would imagine coming through. I just wanted to be on the radio and have a video when I was a young boy. I didn't think that I would be like traveling around the world with Rockefeller, Jay-Z, and the movies and on tours and shit. I never imagined that. So I'm way too blessed to be better. You know what I'm saying? God bless me way too much. Still blessed to this day. You know what I'm saying? So I just can't see it in me. Like, I still feel blessed. You know what I'm saying?
And you've done a lot. Like, being with Rockefeller, you've done a lot of stuff without doing a lot of stuff. Because when I look back, I'm like, yo, Peedi never really had an album under Rockefeller, but yet the staple y'all have in hip hop still amazes not only myself but just people around the globe.
No doubt.
Why didn't you have an album under Rockefeller?
Well, that's a long story.
Mm-hmm.
I can't play the blame game or whatever. It's just that the stars wasn't lining up. You know what I'm saying? I guess when they was ready, I wasn't ready. When I was ready, they wasn't ready and shit like that. But that never bothered me because I was still doing shit that a motherfucker would be doing with an album. Like, I still was touring and shit. Still been on platinum albums with big artists like Neo and get to travel around and shit. So it didn't faze me. Like, I never felt the effects or like the stress of not having an album. And I'm pretty, to be honest with you, I'm kind of glad. I feel like it's a blessing that I never dropped the album. I feel like it was a good thing.
Why?
Because that's still there. That opportunity is just always there for me to do, and I get to do it. I get to still do my album the way that I want to do it.
Yeah.
Opposed to if I would have rushed it back then, and my first album, it could have been a bad timing or under a bad management or whatever, and I would have had to blame it on somebody else.
Right.
So I thank God that I didn't drop it. I think it happened for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm in a position right now. We all independent. I can really control my shit. I believe my shit when it's time. If that's meant to be, that is going to be probably the best thing that I ever do.
Now you know certain like labels say you can't leave without giving us an album, and I'm like, well, shit. How could you leave a label, a place without giving them an album?
Well, that's a good question. I owed them an album. I owed them a lot. I owed Def Jam like a lot of money, man.
Yeah.
I think I spent like $600,000 first of the budget. My budget was $600,000. We fucked that up throughout the course of mad years.
Damn.
And never made an album. And then when they broke up, when Jay and Damon broke up, we was all free agents. And I was free for a minute and still under contract with Def Jam. And then Jay gripped me back up. And that's when I ended up doing the Neo shit. Yeah. And he opened the budget back up for me again. And I ended up running it up from $600,000 to $900,000, almost $1 million. And then that didn't work out. And I talked to some people that I knew, and they pulled some strings. And they talked to the actual owners of Def Jam. And they allowed me to leave. Without paying the money back or nothing, and no album or nothing. So that was a blessing. Because they could have had me by the nuts still to this day if they wanted to.
I was going to say that, especially with deals that's going on now. And I think that might have been before like the 360 deal. Like, just knowing what you know now, would you sign a deal all over again?
Nah, not now. Hell no. No, we about to sign niggas. You know what I'm saying? So, never signing no deal. You know what I'm saying? I got two. I am the business. You know what I'm saying? So why allow another business to run me and control my creativity and my money and all of that shit when it's all about, when there's a person like me in my position, it's all about is you going to put the footwork in and not just be an artist. You know what I'm saying? We know you're a dope artist, but Crack, if you put the footwork in and do your business right, you don't need nobody. Honestly, especially these days, what a label used to do for us back in the day, just put us in the studio, shoot videos. My niggas got studios and shoot videos. Right. What a label gonna do? Fly me somewhere? I can fly myself to Miami for the weekend.
They said they give you more media.
We on social media. We can contact motherfuckers. It's different now. So labels is pretty fucked. It's real bad for labels these days. And that's why everybody's so independent. I wouldn't sign a label. Maybe if I was a new artist, a young artist, that needed to ride the wave of like a big company or something. Now don't get it fucked up. If somebody approached me with that big super duper bag, then we could talk. But right now, I'd rather thug it out and control my shit. I'll be more happy. You can sleep better at night because the label will stress you the fuck out. Everybody tell you, every artist had somebody at a label that they wanted to kill. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing with radio.
Kill this nigga.
Same thing with radio. I think same thing in anything. Like I went through situations with radio too, and it's just like, I'm ready to just... Because
they be in control and you got to kind of bite it. But I was cool. I thank God I was humble enough to not be a high head and to know how to just fall in line. You know what I'm saying? To get in position enough to where as though the people know me. So I mentioned this to somebody else in the interview. It's like people in big positions that can help you or hurt you. Right. In my situation, I feel really don't matter because when it come to like motherfuckers, you ask a nigga about me down north or wherever around any hood, and they love Peedi Crakk, they don't give a fuck what a label got to say or what they saying. If they like not fucking with me or not, that the streets fuck with you.
You did say that, yep.
So
Drink Champs.
That don't bother me. Like you know what I'm saying. If I ain't got the people, then I'm fucked. But I got the folks. They as long as I be me, I believe I'm gonna have them because I've been being myself for a long time and I ain't changed nothing. I've been cracked and I've been being accepted. I think I get way more love than hate. You know what I'm saying? So. I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm patient. You got to be patient. You know what I'm saying?
How it feel like having your... Because I know you spoke on Neo and working with him. I know you said that with being with Jay-Z, they kind of hooked that up. Like, how does that feel knowing that your records are still being played? Because I think Stay might have been the most biggest national record. We know Flipside is a big record, but
you're right, though.
Stay was like a national superstar hit.
Yeah, that was actually, number-wise, that was my biggest song I ever been on. You know what I'm saying? Shit went like five times platinum and all of that. But as far as what was your question about how I feel about
how you like it's still being played now? Like,
I mean, I got a lot of records that still be getting played. I mean, I appreciate it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm kind of over it.
Yeah.
Cause that was a more so a thing when you're younger and you searching for approval, you know what I'm saying, from people and shit. But I feel really certified, and I don't look for nobody's stamp or none of that. And I just appreciate the love, you know what I'm saying. But it ain't like back in the day. I really felt like I had something to prove.
Yeah.
So I used to just really be like really dead up about being competitive with motherfuckers and all that. But now, man, I feel like I'm really in my own lane. I don't feel like people compare me to nobody. You know what I mean? And I'm a fan of a lot of artists, but I still don't feel like nobody is a competition for me because I just feel they don't, as I do what I do in my own way. You know what I mean? Not to say I do it better than anybody, but it's just a way that I do what I do.
Yeah.
So
now, I want to get into like the beginning of your career. I spoke to your band member Emilio Sparks, right? And
shout out to Sparks. His birthday was 2 days ago.
Yes,
so happy belated birthday, Sparks.
Happy belated, Sparks. Now, I put up a post or like I do my little clips or so, and it featured Oskino in there. And I know you and O was super cool. Now, they had their little incident, but I guess I don't know if they worked out whatever they wanted to work out. And Oskino responded, and he said that, yo, Emilio, everybody want to talk and say stuff, but if it wasn't for me, y'all wouldn't have, been on. He introduced y'all to Jay-Z and everything. Is that true? Did he really introduce you to Jay-Z?
I'm not really even going to speak on that because this has been like an ongoing thing going on. And all I'm going to say is that everybody got their own, and this goes for any history and stories that motherfuckers been through with each other. Everybody got their own perspective of how things happen. You know what I'm saying? So to each his own. I ain't gonna speak on that, to be honest with you.
Now, you didn't really look too comfortable at the Breakfast Club interview that y'all first did, and I was like, yeah,
I wasn't really too comfortable for a couple reasons. First of all, I didn't know how to take to. I didn't know if Charlamagne was gonna get on some bullshit up there, so I was on some defensive shit. Overall, he was mad cool, and he wasn't tripping. He didn't bring up no dumb shit or nothing. He kept it cool, but I'm used to watching him be on some shit.
Right.
So I was kind of off standards because of that. And then the other reason, O had more to say than I did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just let him take that. You know what I mean? I wasn't up there really to promote my Peedi Crakk brand at the time. We was just taking advantage of some media. They gave us an opportunity. Why not go?
They reached out to y'all?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't a big deal to me. It wasn't like I was going up there to sell something. I didn't get the opportunity to talk my shit. I really didn't have much to say. You know what I'm saying? I just was up there just to show my face so we could get some clicks. You know what I mean?
That brought a lot of clicks because it seemed like was really expressing himself about the whole Beanie Sigel situation as far as their relationship and how the business went between them.
Yeah, that's between them. I don't really take part in none of that shit. You know why? Because this is my thing. That's how I always look at shit. What's in the past to me is in the past. None of it really helps make decision making for the future to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to keep the energy positive. You know what I'm saying? And especially with me because of because of the type of music and the direction I want to go in. I don't want to go into the beef negative area. It's not comfortable, and it take a lot of energy, and you don't know what's to come out of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's not my focus. So I kind of push all that shit to the side. And I just always hit the reset button and be like, all right, when shit don't work, I'm like, all right, fuck it. I got a lot of shit I could talk about and be tripping about in the past with numerous motherfuckers. But what do that really do? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody looking at me like that way. I want niggas just to be on some shit like, yo, you heard that new crack shit? You got to see the vid. That's all we on. We on the good foot. Like, fuck all of that other shit.
And he was missing from the State Property Tour.
Yeah, I mean.
Reunion.
Hey, I was there.
Yeah, how was it?
It was fun, man. It was a bittersweet situation.
Why you say that?
The dope part about it was the check, and that I got to be back on stage with my boys and go through all of them hits, because I'm a fan of theirs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm backstage hearing the show, geeking in the back, hearing Mac and Free kill shit that I ain't hear in a while. We ain't been up there together in a long time, so that felt good. The bad part that I wasn't feeling was it could have been a little more better constructed, to be honest with you. It wasn't. I don't think it was managed well. You know what I mean? And I ain't putting a finger at nobody. It's just that we ain't been out there in a while. Niggas was rusty business wise with moving around. You know what I'm saying? So it was a couple of dates. A few dates, we would go to certain states and fly all the way to St. Louis, and no show, no check. Niggas just flew there for nothing. Like, shit like that I wasn't feeling, but it was just mismanaged. You know what I mean? It ain't had nothing to do with us as artists. We was ready to get busy. But then there was other times, mad times, when we go to, like, Baltimore was crazy. DC was crazy. Charlotte was crazy. We had a bunch of.
Sparks said New York was his favorite.
New York was crazy too. That wasn't my favorite though. My favorite was the Fillmore Home. You know what I'm saying? That drink was the bombest one. Yeah. You know what I mean?
As we go back to State Property, because I want to go back. I don't think I ever seen you with a State Prop or a rock chain. Or one being personally yours.
Well, you got a lot of good questions though. They're a little controversial, but I like them. Yeah. There never was really no State Prop chains at the time. It was all rock chains. Okay. And at the time, Mac had like 2 or 3 different rock chains, and I believe that the label was so used to seeing, because he just gave me his joint, and I just was rocking the gold one forever. So I guess the label, Jay and them probably saw like, yo, he cool, but I wasn't. I was like, nigga, this is his joint. Yeah. But I really didn't give a fuck. I swear to God, around that time, I was thinking about my Mac Gold ring chain. I'm like, yo, this rock chain cool. I ain't tripping. Y'all give me one that's fine. I'll take it. But I'm about to get this big ass Mac. So I wasn't even tripping. My mom was
Mac chain, or like a big Mac?
No, it was like a Mac, a ring. Yeah. Okay. I'm about to get that ring all iced out. I was like, I'm about to get this big ass Mac all iced out, different colors and shit. I'm about to do some freaky shit. So I wasn't tripping about the chain. Chain ain't no big deal, especially around that time, man. We was doing so many things was happening. When things we have, see, shit like that only be important when you ain't got shit. Yeah. But when so much shit going on, I'm like, man, I don't care about that shit. So much shit, we was moving around so much money was being transferred and shit, that we was just really enjoying ourselves. It was a super duper blessing. Like, it was. Yeah, that's why I always got to shout out Dame and Jay and Biggs and all of them that gave us opportunity. Beans, you know what I'm saying? They gave me the opportunity. The prop, because they was the prop before I got there. Yeah. So
were you last in, or how did
I was last in?
Because I'm like, I didn't see you in the State Property movie.
Yeah, I wasn't there yet. I was watching them from home just like everybody else. Okay. You know what I mean? Selling weed on my grandma's block. So I got there for the second album, and you know, everybody embraced me, welcomed me in and shit, and especially Dame. You know what I'm saying? Dame, he was the main one, I think, that was mostly in charge at the time, or was appointed responsible for the moves that was made for us. And I could say, man, throughout all of the shit that ever happened, he really was like breaking his neck to make sure we was straight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he changed niggas' lives. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I will say, it seemed like you were more closer to like Jay and Dame than Beans. I don't know the inside, but just on the outside looking in, it just seemed like
I never was close with Jay until after they broke up. Till later when he gripped me back up. Then we started to get communication going and a little rapport.
I don't mean to cut you because I think Emilio Sparks said that they took a piece of paper and they ripped it in half, and this side of the paper went with Dame, and then this side of the paper went with Jay. I've never heard that. Yes, that's what he said. He said they ripped up a piece of paper, and that's how.
Yeah, I've never heard that before. I never heard that, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. So how did you end up with Jay? As I believe, because if we looked at the cover of Double XL, it was you, Foxy,
LeBron, and all that. Right? Yeah. So this was around the time when they broke up. Atlantic Records and I think Columbia kept offering me deals and shit because they found out like, yo, because once they broke up, we were all had the opportunity to go wherever we wanted to go.
Okay.
Like you was out of contract because of the breakup. So I wasn't sure where I wanted to go. My managers and everything was like, yo, what you want to do? I'm like, I'm not really sure. I had like 3 songs on the radio at the same time. I think I had the Flipside, the Neo song, and then I had the When You Hear That joint with Old Dirty because they was like pushing that, trying to push that on some street shit. But my lawyer just so happens went to like a BMI party and shit and ran into Jay at this BMI publishing party. And it was coincidentally around the same time he told him like, yo, I represent Peedi. We trying to find a home for him right now as far as labels. And Jay was like, yo, I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. I wouldn't mind having Peedi over here with me. And he set a meeting up and we went and met Jay one night and it's just like in 5 minutes. We talked for like 5 minutes. He was like, yo, come on, you want to come back over here? I said, yeah. He's like, all right, bet, come on. And then we was back rolling, back on Rockefeller, so that's how that went. And
how was the experience, like just being with Jay, and do you feel like he was going to be where he is today? As far as leading
at that time, he wasn't that far. I mean, he wasn't a billionaire, but he was like full-fledged Jay.
Yeah.
This wasn't back in fucking, what's the name of that first album? This wasn't Reasonable Doubt days. This was fucking Jay-Z Blueprint days. Shit was whopping. So I never underestimated it. Like we up in the fucking high rise having meetings and shit was major. So I pretty much figured that he knew what he wanted to do. But I got to shout Tata out though as far as the Neo song because I was in a meeting with Jay one night in Manhattan and Tata stuck his head and he like, hey, yo, Crack, yo, I need to holler at you. I got a song for you. And this around the CD days. So I was like, yo, bet, give me the beat, and I'll take it home, take the CD home, and I'll write to it. He's like, no, I need the shit right now. So I left the meeting. Me, Ty, my manager, we walked like 8 blocks to some studio in Times Square, and we went right up in there. Guru was in there on the board, and we went in there, and he played the Neo record for me and left me there. And I sat there, and I wrote it and recorded it, and I didn't think too much of it. I just thought, like, it was another, like, little fun record because I could do them joints. You know, I was doing a lot of little remix type of R&B type of fun party type joints. And I just left. I didn't think nothing of it. Then like a month later, I'm in Miami and shit. And Jay and Ty called me on the 3-way. And they was like, yo, that song you did, that shit is #1 on the radio right now. We about to shoot the video. You got to come back. You got to come and it's about to go down. I said, oh, shit. I totally didn't know what was going on.
It was going to go the way it went.
Yeah.
So look, right, back then you ain't really had to worry about the groupies and putting you out on Instagram. You know, shit Future be going through all the time.
Right.
You know, all that shit. And I know you was having fun because you finally got your little girl. Congratulations.
Appreciate that.
I remember before when it was called Jollies at the time, you was like, yo, I'm trying to shoot for a little girl. You had a gang of boys. You know what I'm saying?
4 boys.
4 boys, right? Yeah. So what was it like? Just I always love to hear the groupie tales. How was the women? How was that feeling? Like you were like I'm a ball. Like
to be honest with you, I never felt that way. And not to sound crazy, but I've been getting the bitches.
Yeah.
But not that many bitches. But I was getting the bitches, so it's a little different. You know, if a nigga ain't getting no bitches, then he get the bitches all of a sudden. Don't know how to act. But we was getting the bitches, But this time now, I felt like more the ball was in my corner, so I could more strategically handle this, opposed to, you know, girls be playing around, all that. It wasn't no more playing around. It's like, don't play with me.
Right.
You already know the deal. So they kind of cut this shit. Like, they cut this shit. That was the good
so you ain't had to, I mean, they already knew
it wasn't too much rap. You know it ain't going to be too much rap. They wanna fall in line. But that was just the cool part about it. But I never took advantage of it, though. Not too much. I mean, I took the cooch, but I didn't really, I wasn't like really like taking advantage of them. Like I still fuck with you as a homie. Like, I'm not just bombing you, treating you like a nut. Like, get the fuck out. Like, if I don't fuck with you, I can never fuck with somebody. I can never fuck a chick that I don't fuck with. I mean, like, say if she's just a dingy ass bitch, or she's just a loud ratchet bitch or a nasty attitude, I don't like you. And I ain't going, my man ain't going to like you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And shit ain't gonna go down.
What was somebody that was key? I know y'all be having non-disclosures, or if y'all don't, y'all just thorough enough to not say nothing. But did you ever get somebody that motherfuckers had their eye on that was popping in the time, and you was like, damn, I really just fucked her?
I did, but I ain't gonna say it. I did.
You did? Like, did you really sit back and be like, yo, I really... Dog.
On some mind-blowing shit. I be wanting to tell somebody, but I like, I can't tell too many motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I used to tell my mom. I'm like, yo, Mom, you ain't gonna believe this shit.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So now, you know, everything is going on at Rockefeller. Things are kind of just going their ways. And
what you mean? You mean
as far as, now I'm talking about just everything coming to an end. Dame over there, Jay over there, right? And because I don't want to put you in there, like, because I fuck with you, and I appreciate that, and I wouldn't want to put you out in a light where I'm trying to get clicks and shit like that.
No doubt.
Now, you know, I gotta bring up the camel face hunting season.
That's an easy one. Because to be honest with you, it looked a certain way to the public,
right? But
I never put that out. What happened was. This is around FaceTime, I mean around MySpace time. And some random person had made that cover, right? And sent it to my page. Now this was around the same time that I was having little issues with the label and shit. And what I did wrong to really get a perception that that's what I was doing was that I posted it when they sent it to me. I don't know the nigga who did it. But he sent it to me. I screenshotted it and reposted it. And once they seen that, they like, oh, Crack on that bullshit. You got to see the camel face hunting season. Now I'm like, hold up. Oh, I thought the shit was funny. But that's what that was. It wasn't like me like on some campaign shit and I was going hard.
I'm like, damn.
But at the time, I wasn't saying I wasn't because I was mad, so I was taking the credit. Like, yeah, you know what's up. But I really was like, hold up. They think I'm about to make an album or some shit about this shit.
Because it never came out. Like, really.
It never was that thing. Yeah. Really. You know what I'm saying? I did one song called Have You Seen Him? And I did it to make light of the situation. It was like kind of like a little funny type of joint. I did a video for. I was riding on the bike with the kids. Anyway, it wasn't so serious, and I did it purposely to make light of it, to let motherfuckers see that this is not that serious to me. I'm not tripping. I never trip, man. I'm really confident in myself, and I just can't allow them to see me all sweating anything. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have no controversy. Like, when you look at it, you don't have anything that's any, like, arrests or any, like, drug charge, or at least not that it's out there to the point where it's like damaging your character.
Yeah, they let it slide by. They try to hold a couple little things on me, but it wasn't. I think when your personality shines more bright and your talent and personality, and you show them that with your character, that outshines anything negative that anybody could say. That's why I never let nothing hinder me as far as with people, whatever, anything anybody got to say, because I know what type of person I am. And I know that that's always going to outshine. The good motherfuckers, the good motherfuckers don't talk so much.
They don't.
But they paying attention and they mindful of what you're doing. It's the negative motherfuckers that's going to be all talking shit about you. And that's all you're going to hear. You know what I'm saying? You know, they don't really talk too much about the good shit you do.
They don't.
But don't think that it's in vain. You know what I'm saying? You gotta continue to be on your good foot and do what's right. You know what I'm saying? And it'll shine. You know what I'm saying?
About the I'm Sorry record? Remember that joint?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah,
that was a Dame joint, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
No, don't get it fucked up. I be having my moments. I get in somebody's ass. I'm human, and I'm gonna express myself, and I express myself through music. And when I'm a vent, I'm a vent. So they all know. I got the Fulls Unfold. I'm sorry. I got a few joints when I start snapping on niggas. Yeah. You could get snapped on. You know what I'm saying?
Do you speak to anybody from just like the label? I know you speak to the guys, but have you spoke to like Dame or, you know?
Nah, I haven't heard from none of them. Nah, I had reached out to Dame one time just to express how I'm feeling these days. You know what I'm saying? To let him know where my head at, but I didn't get no response from him. But that's cool, as long as I did my part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he's doing a lot of talking now, especially with Jay getting that B now. So it's like he got that. He's talking more now. Yeah. Do people treat you different now that, you know, how can I say it? It's not as it was back in those days. Not saying because you still got a celebrity looking vibe to you, you know. But do you see that people might treat you different when you might not be on the top 10 right now?
Well, this is the thing. I ain't gonna say that people won't treat me different because people only gonna treat me the way I'm allowed them to treat me.
Right.
People act different.
Okay.
And that's on them. That's fine. But nobody ain't gonna treat me different. I don't see it unless they talking shit behind my back. But people know the way I carry myself. That I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the one for that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to play me, and I don't disrespect you. You don't disrespect me. So, and if they acting different, that's fine. I accept that. I like when motherfuckers keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Keep it real so I'll know what I'm dealing with. So, you got to learn to accept, you know what I'm saying, people for who they are and situations for what it is. So, I don't look at it as a negative. I understand it's a different time and day. And if you feel as though this is not your, you know what I'm saying, your thing with me, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But keep it like that,
Keep it 100.
That's a good thing, because I had way too many motherfuckers too close to me anyway, so I'm glad. Stay away, you know what I'm saying? Because I needed some air. Because motherfuckers was up to cracking my ass, so appreciate it.
And then you might be the breadwinner in your family, so people coming at you, like, yo, I need this, or can you help me get on? Like, that's my thing now. People always want me to put them on, or they hand out or something. And it's just like, dog, this is time in the making. Like, I had to bust my ass to this.
After you go through so much time of helping motherfuckers and doing everything, I gave niggas everything I had. All my whole little squad and everything, taking niggas shopping and niggas living in my crib, eating all my food up and all that shit. After a while, you got to experience that to see that you think you doing something good for somebody, but you not. You just letting motherfuckers use your shit up. You know what I'm saying? Use you up. So it's not beneficial. You know what I'm saying? I'm real good. I'm real big on right now. You gotta know who your family is. You know what I'm saying? Know where your circle is. I know who my real motherfuckers that fuck with me personally at. You know what I'm saying? So I keep it like that. You know what I'm saying? And I treat the other motherfuckers how I treat them. Like, still all good, but we ain't tight like that. Niggas know we ain't tight like that. You know what I mean?
Now, I know you grew up in Badlands, right? That's where you from. Yep. How you feel about that whole, like, dope epidemic that's going down there?
I'm not surprised, man. I've been living down there. I don't live too far from that little area where all that shit happened in that. So I've been watching that go on for all my life since I was a little kid. They making it this big thing. I mean, 'cause I'm sure it has gotten worse, but all of that, I guess now they got social media. They can film motherfuckers nodding off and all that. I've been watching niggas nod on my block all my life, so I'm kind of like immune to that whole situation. It's not a good thing, but I mean, they making it this big thing. Shit been going on. My brother was on dope all my life since I was about like 9, 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? He off it now, but I watched him as a teenager just be all high, stealing shit and just fucking up. But thank God he got a chance to go away and get himself together. You know what I mean?
Now, I know you gotta go, so I ain't gonna hold you up too long. But
goody.
Look, I know you're a vet in the game. Like, I feel like you do get the credit you deserve, but then again you don't, because I feel like Philly, they don't really shed the light too much on us. You know what I mean? But they come to us for the neo soul, you know, the sound of Philly and all that shit, blah blah blah. But with you seeing so much in the game and been around so much in the game and knowing how to make a song, because people can do music, people can rap, but not a lot of people know how to make a song. You know, what are you seeing in an artist that's coming up in Philly now? Or, you know, you got your Uzi, you got, you know, I know you know Meek, y'all did records too. You got some of the, like Rocky, all the newcomers coming out. Like, what's your thoughts on all the folks that's coming up, and what's some advice you could give them as far as moving forward?
I really like that we got an elite group of young new artists coming out. You know what I'm saying? Because some places it be dry.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We got dope artists. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got a bunch of corny motherfuckers. We got a lot of new young dope. Rocky is dope. You know what I'm saying? I can name a lot. What's the other little new young boy? I like that song, the joint that's on the radio.
Sim Santana.
That's my shit. I like that. That's good. Anybody that's keeping it moving. Like with Meek, I love the fact that he's keeping it moving. But see, right now, in this era of Meek, I like the music now. But a little while back, when he was still grown, finding his niche, I wasn't too much into the music, but I still fuck with him because of the movement and keeping this shit rocking. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to hold it down. We held it down, and then niggas held it down before us. You know what I'm saying? So, but like right now, I like the new shit though. All the new shit is dope. But I like that we got a lot of dope new artists. The main thing that I would tell them though is I think that a lot of people from Philly, because we don't got a lot of business here. Yeah. You know what I mean? We don't got a lot of labels and shit out here. So they not getting educated on business too much. They're not exposed to the business aspect enough to understand that they can do it themselves. I know a lot of them probably waiting to get gripped up by somebody from Atlanta or New York or somebody to come get them, whereas though they don't got to wait for that. You know what I'm saying? But I understand they talented, but they don't got the know-how. And that's always been a big problem in Philly. They don't got the know-how.
The know-how, yeah.
Niggas got to start getting educated and learning that is actually really simple. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said earlier, guys, stop being lazy, and like I say to myself, start putting that footwork in. So that's the main thing, man. Start educating yourself on the business. Don't be waiting for nobody to come scoop you up. You know what I'm saying? Keep making that heat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I always tell, like I told Miss J too, I think that y'all should do like a master class. Like y'all done been in the game.
That's my girl. Yeah, me and her talk. Me and her have a long talk. Yeah, because we have been in the game.
Yep. I think that would be dope. Like you should watch out for this, or don't do that, or this is what's going on. Because there's so many artists that's coming so fast, but then they leave so fast.
It's
no longevity.
I believe that's for me to teach my the people that I think the knowledge I got, I'll put towards the next level of business, and that's me putting out new artists and directing them the proper way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna be doing no class, but nigga come sign over here and get directed.
That's good. That's still that's good.
You come sign over here and get directed. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Because I know you got
split.
Yeah, man. But listen, I gotta say this. I appreciate your staple in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even just Philly too. Like, your songs and your records are still being played on the radio today. Spending my shit.
Always. Like the first day I met you though, I went into that spot. Yep. And I'm sitting at the bar, and I'm weird when it comes to hearing myself like in close knit bars and shit, because it's me, and then they be in this little bar. I feel like the whole bar is like, and I'm like, yo, what is like? Ain't no fireworks. They waiting to see like what are you gonna do?
Ain't no fire.
They looking around when they hear the record come on. They go, what is this? Ain't no fireworks about to jump off. So she spent one record. I'm like, all right, that's cool. Let her get away with one record. Right. Then I hear another one. I'm like, yo, the DJ is like really going in right now. And then she played like 5 records in a row. I'm sitting there stressing. I'm like, yo, who is the DJ? And I can see you. I'm like, yo, let me go.
Yeah, let me go.
That's what I went up there. You still got that pic?
Yes. I still got the pic where we was at. I got the pic where we just did that show down on near the Boulevard on Adams.
The red one.
Yeah. And I gotta get a pic with my blonde in my head.
No doubt, let's do it.
You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you for always being humble and showing me love.
Doubt. Like, I fucks with you, man. I tell everybody, you the shit, man. Straight up.
I appreciate you.
Since day one.
Since day one. So what's next? Like, what we? I know you just sent me some records. They not for the public just
yet. They're not for the public, no.
You know what I'm saying? So what's next?
To be honest with you, I'd rather just show you than talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's more effective that way.
Right.
But we do got a lot of plans in here. My business partner over here, we work on this shit every day. We got a lot of dope shit coming. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's music or television or whatever, we in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Start ghostwriting for some of these motherfuckers because I just be
They gotta know how to spit it, man.
Yeah,
you can't be spitting that shit corny. He's like, what shit? You gotta say, I'll ghostwrite for a nigga that I think got it. Like, but if you just, all right, you gonna make my shit sound lame. You know what I mean?
Peedi Crakk, DJ Dior views from the cow.
Love y'all. Ring, let's go.
Yeah, you on there?
Yeah, you know what I'm on. I'm in these jabs. I punch niggas the fuck out. I'll be home soon. Y'all niggas kill me the fuck out. Had the same energy when I come home. I'm on some shit.
Yeah, no doubt.
Niggas is pussy. Niggas ain't clean niggas in the past.
For real.
Ain't no exposing me. Ain't switch up my block, bitch. I'm still posted where I'm supposed to be. Niggas say they started Bandit Gang, that shit a joke to me. Lost on Jack, then lost and fire, that shit just took control of me. If the ops spin, we spinning back, that's how it's supposed to be. He a bitch, he a rat, he a snitch, he a joke. Play with me, then you get smoked. Them niggas know just how we coming, we got 30s, we be bumming, we all on the strip. Nigga run up, then we taking the shit. Them niggas pussy ain't never on shit, ain't no exposing me. Ain't switch up my block, bitch, I'm still posted where I'm supposed to be. Niggas say they started Bandit Gang, that shit a joke to me. Lost Bojack, then lost and fire, that shit just took a toll on me. If the ops spin, we spinning back. I know they prayed that I take a loss, but I ain't back down, I still tall. I gotta grind hard so I can ball. He said he touched paper, he a fraud. And nigga broke his shit and he soft. I'm steady mobbing, chillin' in the loft. With my feet up, cause I'm a young boss. I'ma keep scoring like I'm Chris Paul. In the fourth quarter, yeah, I got the ball. And it's 5 seconds left on the clock. If he get close, I'm taking the shot. Fuck it, I'ma have to empty this clock. I'ma grind all the way to the top. I'ma shine and put on for my block. Serving fiends all day on that block. Remember summer nights we ran from them cops. Free crowd, man, they got him on lock. I'ma continue to snap when he's tracked. I'ma forever put on for the jet. So my mind when I make it, she said she can chill, fall back and relax. Ain't no more pain, no none of that stress. I just gotta stay focused on me. I just gotta stay up out of these streets. Niggas sneak that's but don't want no beef. You ain't real if you don't keep it a G. Say you shoot shit but don't got no gat. Say you on the block but you do not track. How you cool hanging out with a rat? How the fuck you cool with that? Right. How you cool hanging out with a rat? I ain't lying, all I'm speaking is fact. Ain't no exposing me. Ain't switch up my block, bitch. I'm still posted where I'm supposed to be. Niggas say they started Bandit Gang, that shit a joke to me. Lost Bojack, then lost and fire, that shit just took a toll.